I'm joined here today with Nathalie Plamondon-Thomas, and she is an 8-time #1 best-selling author. Now, you focus a lot on confidence and negative self-talk, so could you just give us some information into this topic?
So we all have um, negative self-talk. Like we talk to ourselves all the time. And the shocking fact is that research shows that 70% of our thoughts are negative. That's an average of 31 negative thoughts per minute. And now during the pandemic, it seems that this negative voice is actually louder than ever. But we don't talk to other people like that. Like you're not going to go and tell your friend, oh, you look fat in these jeans, or hey, what, you guys, you're starting a new business, it's never going to work, you're not good enough. So why do we trash talk ourselves like this? Like who would want to be your friend if you talk to them the same way you talk to yourself?
And what brought you to study these neurosciences?
So I'll take you back when I was just starting to speak professional about 12 years ago. I had just gotten a contract with an organization who wanted me to train their sales force. Now, the truth is, when I hung up the phone, I felt like a fraud. I remember sitting in my office, hearing this nasty voice in my head telling me, you're not a real professional speaker. You're going to mess that up. It's never going to work. And that's when I made the connection between my confidence and my own inner language. I realized that I needed to figure out a way to stop that negative self-talk. So I spent the last decade studying neuroscience. I created a system to change that voice inside my head. And that's the system I shared in my 8 international #1 best-selling books. That's the system that's at the base of all my online courses. And today I work with entrepreneurs who want to find confidence so that they can make money living from their passion.
And what would you say makes entrepreneurs kind of do the reverse of what they should be doing?
See, what happens is that we all have a personal assistant in our head taking notes and making sure that everything that we say or think gets done. But the problem is, people wake up in the morning, they look at themselves in the mirror and they go, I'm so tired. I'm so stressed out. I think I'm gaining weight. Right. So then the personal assistant writes it down. Tired, stressed out, gaining weight, got this. Okay, tired. What can I do? Oh, I know I'm going to keep her awake all night. She's not going to be able to sleep. So she's going to be really tired in the morning. Check. Stressed out. Oh, I know. I'm going to make her delete an important appointment in her calendar. That's going to be stressful. Check. Gaining weight. Oh, that's an easy one. I can certainly find a chocolate bar, something deep fried for her to eat today. And if all fails, more wine tonight. Check. So your personal assistant is just following your own request. So you have to be really careful what you tell your personal assistant. Entrepreneurs come to me all the time and they tell me, I don't want to be stressed anymore. I don't want to rush everywhere. I don't want to be impatient with my kids, and I don't want to be broke. So the brain hears stress, rush, impatient, and broke. So tell your personal assistant what you want, not what you don't want.
And what kind of tools do you offer for maybe small business owners to help them with their personal assistant and, change that negative self-talk they might have?
So you may have negative thoughts or bad habits that you want to get rid of. So I'm going to give you a simple 2-step technique that you can use when you hear a negative thought in your head. So let's say you hear yourself say something bad. So you repeat that negative thought in the past. For example, you hear yourself say, I'm so bad with technology, right? Entrepreneurs, we do that. We say that all the time. So catch yourself and say, wait a minute. What did I just say? I used to think that I was bad with technology. So your brain hears it, and then your personal assistant is asking, are we done with this? Like, why are we talking about this in the past? So immediately you follow up with step number 2, a progressive statement. A progressive statement starts with, I am willing to learn, or I'm in the process of. So I'm in the process of becoming good with Zoom. So I used to think that I was bad with technology. Now I'm willing to learn where it is that I have to click. One of my non-techie clients was actually able to completely move her business to online, and she actually made quite a bit of money during the pandemic just by changing her mindset about being willing to learn how to feel confident with technology, right? So the truth is, we are all kind of good with technology because technology is not like riding a bike. Technology changes all the time. And we have been showing that we've been able to adapt. We went from this to this to this to this to this. And all of a sudden there was no more keyboard. And every time that they make an update on our phone, we still figure out how to find the pictures of our dog wearing a bikini, right? So talk to your personal assistant and think yourself confident.
And with the pandemic right now and small business owners, what has been some of like the main advice that you've been telling them for them to kind of push through?
You got this. You have everything that you need inside. And most people don't trust themselves because there's so many powerful emotions in their prefrontal cortex that they go into prefrontal cortex overload. So what we need to do is we need to take a breather, step back and say, wait, I used to think that I was overwhelmed. Now I'm willing to learn how it is that I'm going to figure this out, and to trust yourself, because you got this. We are awesome. The brain is very, very powerful, and we can push through anything.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Nathalie.
Thank you so much for having me, Jasmine.